I'm chilling here at the light and I look over and bam, look at that. Can't tell if it's Rave Green or Cosmic Green, but look at that, my little twin. Just had me a very interesting, a very good meeting with Jabby, the guy we bought this Mark 4 Golf from. So basically he buys cars, he sells cars, a lot of stuff, he imports, exports, all that kind of stuff he's very, very, very good at. But he doesn't really do a lot of mechanical work on cars, so if he gets a car like the Golf we have right now that needs a little something here and there, he just kind of sells it as is for cheap and kind of loses money because this car is actually worth a lot more money than I fixed it up. So what we're gonna be doing is looking for cars that made a little bit of work. He's gonna buy them, put the insurance tag and all kind of stuff on it so I can drive it around. I'm gonna do whatever maintenance needs to be done on the car, fix it up, we can sell it for more, and we split the profits. So that's me, my little side job aside from doing YouTube. So that's pretty awesome and pretty cool. So basically we're looking for cars that have minor issues here and there. Maybe just need to be painted up a little bit, this and that. I don't necessarily know exactly, but looking for cars, buying them, fixing them up, and then selling them for more. He has the buying power, he has the money for all that stuff. He can buy all the parts. I'm just doing the labor and making it look good and roadworthy and all that kind of stuff. So I'm pretty excited for this. I don't know how fast this will all take off, but that's what we're doing now. So I'm hyped on it. And I'm also really excited because that's gonna bring a whole bunch more cars to the channel. Not necessarily my personal vehicle, but just more cars for the channel, more content for you guys. So I'm not sure what we'll be working on. Maybe Hondas, Toyotas, Volkswagens, I don't necessarily know, but I'm sure it'll be a very wide variety of vehicles that'll be coming to the channel now. And another huge thing, a video I filmed a few days ago where you guys saw we're at the car wash and I pointed out that like self-service mechanic shop over there. I talked to Tony yesterday. It's $6 an hour to use a bay with a lift. It's $4 an hour to use a bay which is a flat ground. But the best thing about it is they have every tool literally ever inside there, all free for you to use. So $6 an hour for a lift, unlimited tools. So, I mean, like, that's amazing. So if I need to do any major work that I can't do at home, I'll take the car over there, pay the $6 or $4 an hour, knock out the job, sell the car, make some money. It's a win-win. All right, we are home now. The goal for today is to fix this right here because if I put the car in reverse, pull the e-brake, let the brake go, I'm moving. See that? Literally no resistance at all. So we need to fix this. So yesterday when I had the car up on the jack stands and the wheels were off in the back, I looked at the back rotors and the pads both look to be in good condition, so I'm hoping it's just a case of tightening the e-brake and that'll fix our problem. Now looking at this, the Mark 4 setup is a bit different than the Mark 3 setup due to the fact that in the Mark 3 there's a split right here where you can actually pull the entire back half off, exposing the e-brake and all the cables on there. The Mark 4 looks a little bit different, so I'm gonna do a quick bit of research and see how this pulls apart. Something I found quite interesting, this week and next week are supposed to be like the hottest weeks of like record-breaking heat for Germany, for this area, and I'm interested to see how actually hot it gets here because I come from Florida, where in the summertime it's 100+ degrees at 7 a.m. before the sun's even up, and the heat index is like 115, and you just want to literally die if you go outside. So I'm really curious to see how actually hot it's gonna get. People are like freaking out right now. I mean, most houses here, I mean, our house has no AC in it, but it stays very, very cool. Like right now, it's beautiful outside. So I'm really curious to see how actually hot it gets and to see if this German heat can compare to Florida heat, which I don't think it can, but we'll see. Because here it gets like hot sometimes, but it's like just like dry heat and it's really not actually that bad. Where my Florida boys know, the humidity plus the summer heat, you walk outside and you are literally immediately sweating and you feel sticky and nasty. And it can be 10 o'clock at night, the sun's been down for 3 hours and it's still 90 degrees and it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. So I'm actually excited. I'm really excited to see how hot it actually gets here and how it compares. So I started to get upset a minute ago because I couldn't get the screw inside here to come out. I thought it was stripped out, but it turns out it's not a Phillips head screw. It's a T20. Is everything on a Mark 4 T20? I think it is. Just made an amazing discovery. I have cup holders in the back as well. Between Mark 3s and Mark 4s, they really up their game with cup holder space because Mark 3s have literally no space for cup holders, and I have ones in the front and in the back now. Look at you go, Mark 4. So, quick apology. I'm sure a lot of Mark 4 owners right now are screaming at me saying I'm doing this wrong, which I am. You don't touch the things up there at all. You actually pull off the ashtray here, you pull out the cup holder, and the e-brake is right down there, and that's how you adjust it. Sorry, I didn't know. I was just taking stuff off and I was like, you know, I probably should watch a video now, and I did. I'm like, oh, I'm doing this wrong. So now we are on the right track to hopefully making this work. So we're gonna pull off both of these end caps right here that are on the ashtray. 1 and then 2. If I can do this one-handed or not. There it is. After that, there's little clips on the bottom side on here. We're gonna pop this whole thing up and out. If you look right there, you can see the 2 little tabs, 1 and 2. We'll just pry it up and pull the whole thing out. With that out of the way, our next step is to pull out our cup holders. There's a tab here and a tab there. We use our little flathead just to press it down as you slide the entire thing this way. Once your tabs are pressed, you can go ahead and pull this whole thing out. And there goes that, and then boom, there's your e-brake. And I can already tell mine is very, very uneven. This little lever in the middle should be flat, making sure it's balanced between left side and right side. Mine's obviously pulling more towards this side than this side, so we're gonna try and adjust this and make it work properly and also be even. So there is a way to adjust the cable itself on the rear caliper of the car. I'm gonna try and just tighten it here first and see if that does anything at all for us. If not, we'll drive up the rear of the car, pull the back wheels off, adjust the cable so they're even, and then tighten it here and we should be good to go. Looking at how the cables are now, ideally we would want it to be like this one down, so it'd be flat like that. So it looks like I'm gonna have to adjust this cable on the left side and pull it in a little bit so it's holding flush like that, and then I can tighten from here and hopefully get a good pull on the e-brake. For pretty much spraying right over dirt, these came out pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna try and explain this as best I can here. So looking here, this is the passenger side of the car. That shiny silver piece is where the lever that pulls down on the e-brake. You can see the cable coming from the front of the car up and hooking in on the back side right there. So when you pull the e-brake, it pulls that lever down towards the ground, effectively locking the e-brake. So I'm pretty sure the passenger side is fully functional and good to go. Also, yeah, there's a little bit of rust on the strut there and the bottom, a little cap thing, but not the end of the world. Otherwise, the car's pretty clean underneath. Now, looking at the driver's side of the car, again, we got some rust on the strut itself, but not the end of the world. But looking at this one looks like it hasn't been replaced like the other one has, but the lever itself that's supposed to come down is already pulled all the way down. Keep in mind right now the e-brake is not pulled at all. The e-brake's in the down position. So this one looks like it's like maxed out right now. So I don't know what I can do with this one at the moment. So what I'm gonna do is just try to adjust from inside the car, and then hopefully it makes it usable. So right now with the e-brake fully pulled, this wheel moves with absolutely no problem. And to be honest, I don't necessarily know if this side's gonna work at all. I think it might rely fully on the passenger side, because that one looks like it's been replaced before. This one, it's already all the way down, so I don't know if tightening is gonna help this side at all, but we'll see. Okay, so I've tightened that as much as I can. We're gonna go ahead and pull the e-brake here. Oh yeah, definitely a lot tighter there. Any progress? Absolutely nothing. So this side shot. This side is done. So what I'm gonna do is put this side back on the ground and try that side and see if I made any progress on that side, because this side's just done. Okay, passenger side is now up. The e-brake has been pulled tight. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Oh, okay. That'll do. One side works. I'm gonna put the car back on the ground. I'm gonna put it in drive and reverse and see if the car will hold itself under the e-brake. We'll see. Like I said, this one looks like it's been replaced. This side over here is fully maxed out and I'm still getting nothing. So I'm probably gonna have to replace either that caliper or just the e-brake section of it at some point. But for now, if I have one side that works and at least holds the car so I can pass inspection, that'd be awesome. Car's back on the ground. The test now will be turn the car on, put it in reverse, and see if it can hold itself. All right, we're on. E-brake is pulled. Put her in reverse. Still moving. Dang it! Okay, so upon further testing, the car in reverse doesn't really hold itself. It tries to, but it's not enough. But the car in drive though actually will. Foot's off the brake. Look at this, see, both feet off the brake. Not moving in drive. So in drive, the car does hold itself. In reverse, it does not, but progress. At least that's progress. So until I actually have time to pull off the driver's side rear caliper and see what's actually going on, or just replace the entire thing, we have one for now, which does a hopefully good enough job. I can't really expect one e-brake, just a standard e-brake, to hold the entire car by itself. So hopefully in the coming weeks or so, I'll get back there and fix that one. But hopefully with that, it passes inspection, because the car is automatic and you always leave it in park, so you really shouldn't need an e-brake that much. But I was just trying to cover my bases and make sure the car passes, but we'll see. She's all back together like nothing ever happened. So we've been in our house for 5 days officially so far. We haven't really walked in the neighborhood yet, so we're gonna do a little sightseeing right now. And what's cool about this area, there's actually a lot of really nice cars around here. So this guy here has this little Mercedes. He also has 2 other Audis. There's also a really nice Type 1 Volkswagen bus that's usually up here, but it's gone right now. There's an old Audi in there, the Volkswagen, the BMW, this BMW. Normally there's a nice white bus right here, but it's gone for now, which sucks. There's this really cool flower market one to check out. We've passed it a bunch of times, but we're gonna go see it. Pretty cool little local spot. Neighbors have a few BMWs sitting out front. Oh my god, golf squad. Found ourselves a little park area. Got a little fresh stream that comes out to here. Our house is right on the other side of these woods here. We got a playground over there, a little walkway.
Let me jump in real quick.
Hey, go ahead, this water's freezing. You jump right in, go ahead.
I'm just taking.
Yeah! Ah, my shoe's getting wet. Bad idea. Okay, it works. It works. Aw, look. Baby ducks. I'm sorry, it's too cute. Look how many she has. It's just so adorable. Oh my god, they have a zip line. This is the coolest little park ever. There's rock climbing over there. Teeter-totter playground. This is amazing. All right, we're going. Yeah! Yeah! This is nice. Oh, bounce back. And back. Go, 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 go. I'm not making it back. This is dope though. This is literally across here from my house. That's so awesome.
Gotta go, bye.
There's a sit and spin. Ah, the metal's really hot. It hurts my back so bad. Okay, stop.
I can't stop.
Ah, I'm gonna die. I'm so nauseous. I'm so dizzy. It hurts my back.
I'll help you. I'm scared.
Yep, I'm dying slowly. Okay.
That made me do.
I just want to get off. The metal pole here is straight in the middle of your back. Whew. These things will kill you. And home.
Medium.
Bam, bam, bam. The little grocery getter doing his job. Look at this. There's sour cream and black pepper here. Super excited for friends. We got so much like candy and stuff for dinner. Final thing for today, these always fade on Mark 3s and Mark 4s. We're gonna clean it up a little bit, paint it, make it look brand new. The passenger side does look a lot better than the driver's side, but a first respray won't hurt. Lots of newspaper and tape later. She's ready. First coat done, let that dry, probably do one more, and then she's done. While that dries, I do have some exciting news. So tomorrow we finally get Wi-Fi. I'm not sure what time exactly. They said between like 8 and 2, which is a huge window, but tomorrow we will finally have Wi-Fi. I'm so excited. And then after that, depending on what time they come, I go to the junkyard, grab an AC compressor off that 1.6 that's there, so I can harvest the compressor clutch coil off that one to put on mine, and they'll have AC. So depending on what time I go to the junkyard tomorrow, I'll either try and put the coil in tomorrow, or I'll wait and do it on Wednesday, depending on time. But either way, we'll have Wi-Fi tomorrow, and then between tomorrow and Wednesday, we'll have AC. I'm excited. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. And then once she has AC, she's pretty much mechanically done. After that, we just need to do lower it a little bit, get some wheels for it, and then she's pretty much set as like the perfect little daily as we search for a 2.9 variant. And then another thing I keep seeing, so many comments, people asking, where's the R32? I've addressed this like 4 or 5 times now, but I'll say it one more time. The R32 will be home maybe a month and a half, I'm not quite sure. We signed the contract with the guy, paid the down payment, and she's finishing out the last few payments on the car, so it'll be here month and a half, give or take, but the R32 is still coming. It wasn't clickbait, it wasn't a joke. That is our car, signed contract, down payment. It's Casey's car, 100%. Just finish the last full payment and I'll be home. All right, everything's nice and dry. Look how much better that looks. Nice and clean, super easy to do. It makes a huge difference, especially on this side that was beat up worse. Look at that. Nice, looks brand new now, matches the moldings, matches those door handles. If I haven't said it enough, trim paint all of your stuff, like just do it. Ooh, camera's flashing red. We are done for the day. One more maintenance thing to do, which is the AC, and then she's good to go. We can focus on core things like lowering the car and wheels. Don't forget, be thankful every single day. See you next time. Peace.